I don't even know who Cole Payton is.
Okay, well, Cole Payton is basically like Trey Lance, but even better. So he started 1 year at North Dakota State. He averaged 12 yards per attempt, and he had 850 rushing yards. He's projected like fifth.
He's a lefty?
Yes, he's projected fifth-round pick. However, I see stuff on Twitter like, oh, some scouts have high second-round grade on Cole Payton. And, we've seen crazier things happen.
Get the fuck out of here!
It is said that we are built on the backs of legends, that they set the pace ahead of us, carving a path we were born to chase. And now, we stand where they once stood, facing a future that belongs to us. Stewards of this community, shepherds of this game, this great game, bound by what we bring and drawn to what this game can deliver.
He is now worth $2 million, multi-millionaire, Pat Perrine, Roto-World's own, for probably, 24 more hours a week, maybe, tops?
Oh my God! Oh my God! What?
Do you think I'm ready to fucking sell insurance? Do you think State Farm is hiring, David? Because I don't think State Farm is hiring.
Well, to some of us, that is. The lucky few. Those who are chosen will have quite the legacies to uphold, and their foundation must be strong enough to bear what came before them. Meet the Tout House.
Oh, hey, Pete. I'm Rick.
I'm a former D3 college basketball athlete. Don't look at my stats.
I don't know if I can tout without devolving into Davis.
You know you're getting someone who's willing to show up each day, put in the hard work, and make things happen for themselves.
Anytime, any distance. Mason Dodd does not want the smoke.
I've experienced working in the fantasy football space, behind the curtain, helping you and a few others with some shows.
A little bit of fantasy football clout would be nice.
I go deep in trying to find out how good they are.
I am truly addicted to fantasy football.
I live in Wisconsin, and I also do a bit of content creation in my free time.
Everyone knows the truth serum is yellow.
I make money doing this?
Guys, this is my fridge. Does this look like I'm killing it on fantasy football YouTube right now? Here's the freezer. I got one Go-Gurt left.
Truth serum is we're all going to lose our money.
Coming from my head, that's the wrong thing to do. Freestyle off the top, Blizzy coming through.
All right, everyone, we are here for, I believe, episode 5 of Meet the Tout House. We're officially a series now. Once you get to the 5th episode, you're legit. But super excited to be here with Max. I think you might be the youngest person in the competition. And I know you have a busy schedule with school and all your track stuff. And I hear you're TAing after this, so a real student in the classroom as well. How are you doing today?
I'm pretty good. I'm feeling good, ready to talk some ball.
Yeah, I feel like I'm out of my element right now talking to you. I know I always see you chopping it up with Jakob on the timeline and stuff like that, and you're posting your own little charts as well. How did you get into fantasy football in this world?
Oh, well, I was on, I'm on the cross country team, and we had a team for our league, or a league for our team, and we drafted it was my sophomore year, I think, so last year. So this is like my second year of getting into it heavily. And, I just kind of I get addicted to stuff that's really fun. So I just kind of immersed myself into it, and I learned a lot. And then this year, I'm going from playing my first year, and then this year I was in 18 redraft leagues.
Bro, I know those waivers hit you, bro. I know Tuesdays and Wednesdays you're like, nah, bro, I can't do anything. That's crazy.
Yeah. It was a lot of, add Kenneth Gainwell.
Yeah. Do you have like a statistical background? Is that what you're studying in school, or how did you get into? I feel like you're more on the analytics side of fantasy Twitter.
Yeah, I'm definitely a spreadsheet socialist virgin, but having athletics too, I do touch some grass, but I do study statistics, and I'm also environmental science. So like both of those.
Okay.
And I've just always been interested in math and data. And I just kind of followed that in school and in fantasy. So yeah, I'm tweeting at Jakob and, trying to get my point across and posting all these crazy graphs. So
you guys even look similar. I feel like I'm talking to mini Sanderson right now. So
I know.
In your submission video, you obviously called out Mason about the running stuff. How did you get into? Are you long distance running? I'm guessing.
Yeah, I run the 5 and 10K in track, and then cross country it's just 8Ks, which is 5 miles.
Yeah. I'm a runner myself. I don't know if you watched yesterday's video, but we were kind of talking about a little. Do you ever run marathons, like half marathons or anything, or do you have any aspirations to do so in the future?
The longest distance I've ever run is 20 miles. So you're mogging me in the distance department. But yeah, I watched the previous episode. You said you run like a marathon a year. And
yeah, every December 31st. That's like, I saw there was a viral tweet like a couple months ago, and it was like this one person, like, as long as he can bench 200, he feels like he's always in shape. And that's me. Like, as long as I can run a marathon each year, I'm like, no matter what, I'll allow myself kind of to do everything else. But yeah, 20 miles is no joke. I mean, that's already top 1% of the population right there. Well, how were you successful last year in all your redraft leagues? Out of the 18, how many did you ship?
I only shipped 3, so not a lot above average. But I had 8 buys, and I made the playoffs in 14, and
you ran bad in the play. You ran bad in the play.
Yeah, a couple of Derrick Henry opponents, and I needed like 13 ones? From. What?
Kyle Pitt. I was like, who are the other big performances? Like Kyle Pitts, I think, put up like 40 in the playoff weeks or something.
Yeah, that was the week 15 nuke. I had a couple Kyle Pitts teams and then a couple Puka teams for week 16, but I didn't really get a lot of wins out of the 7 finals teams. But
are you into best ball at all, or do you play DFS or Dynasty? Any of the other forms of fantasy?
I would say I dip my toe into Dynasty. I'm in like 2 or 3 leagues, but since I started playing last year, I'm really new to it. Like I've never done a rookie draft. So
wow, you have your upcoming rookie drafts this year. I think we're about to hop into a draft here in a second, but before we get into it, like draft obviously next week. Do you have any like rookie takes or any hot takes with this year's class?
I don't know, like Bryce Lance at 40 would be such a smash. That would be insane. Also, just watching Xavier Worthy get nuked would be really funny. For various reasons. But and then best ball. Yeah, I do draft some best ball. I think I'm like 70 drafts pre-draft. So like I'm not crazy high volume. And obviously, I've only been doing this for 2 years, so I don't have a track record of doing it. But I've been dipping my toe in for sure pre-draft, trying to use my ball knowledge to get some CLV. But
yeah, and then last question before we hop in the draft, like why this competition? Like, have you made content before? Why do you want to get into the tout space?
I help out with a fantasy Instagram page called Top One Fantasy. It has like 130K followers, but I don't really make the posts. Like I'll just give the guy data sometimes, but he is always like making executive decisions or like strong arming me into like certain narratives, and sometimes he'll like post engagement bait. So I just kind of want to be my own brand, and that's what I've done with the Twitter so far. And I don't know, I just feel like I can give people good information on fantasy, that like angles that people aren't thinking of. And I just wanted to pursue this since I'm so interested in it. Try to make this a job or whatever.
Right.
Do my best.
For sure. Yeah. That you're about the age where I started producing content myself. So I think that's a pretty good launching off point, like late in your college years. Like you obviously still have your strong nucleus of friends to kind of interact with. And so that was about the same with me. But yeah, let's hop into a draft. What pick? We got pick 6.
Yeah, pick 6. Oh, this is maybe this is the JSN Truth Serum take, or maybe he just goes to 5 and.
What was your out on JSN, or you think?
I was just saying, fade JSN. Like Kubiak's gone. He didn't nuke you even despite like putting up like a top 5 most efficient season of all time. Like he obviously wide receiver 2, like 21 points per game, but he averaged 3.5 yards per route run. Like Tyreek did that, and he was at like 23. And he like never scored a lot of touchdowns, and I think you still have to hide Darnold in non-obvious passing situations. Regardless of how strong the run game is.
Right.
And I just think Jonathan Taylor, I don't know if you've seen some of my tweets about his target share when Pittman's not on the field. And Amon-Ra
so
as far as catching touchdowns.
I
Like I just prefer those two.
Okay. I was just looking at this, like, confused why JT is going 7 in full PPR. Like, I would definitely take all 3 of the wide receivers over JT, but you're big on JT this year?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Pittman gone, and he was an elite receiver in college. I don't know. I think he can take up some of that work. I also, like, I'm not a huge Pierce or Warren guy. I mean, obviously I like Downs. Every analytics guy does. But yeah, JT, pretty strong splits with Pittman not on the field. I just coded something in R that's like it gives you target share and yardage share when players aren't on the field. And JT is like career 19% target share when Pittman's not on the field. And last year it was like 24. Like CMC this year, for reference, was 21.6. So obviously we're extrapolating a little bit.
I don't know if you just felt the chill, but that was the whoosh going over my head right there. Once you start bringing those numbers out, I'm like, all right,
Okay.
yeah, that sounds right.
Well, I have we could get into some of the delusional fades, but yeah, I have JT 5th, the top 4 chalk. I have Gibbs over Bijan.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's controversial, but
no, I think Gibbs should be 1. I mean, they are very close, but I think Gibbs still has his, like, monster season ahead of him, where he's just gonna be like, he's gonna break There's definitely gonna be a year in his career where he's just like the RB1 by 3 points per game or something like that. We just haven't gotten it yet.
yeah, that was like kind of your.
This is 20 rounds.
Yeah, this is 20 rounds. Pre-draft underdog is also 20, right? Or is the UDFA now 18? I don't know. I haven't been on underdog since spring break.
Yeah, maybe it is 20 as well. Okay. I'm fine. Obviously this is your draft, so well, we each get 1 veto, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you don't want to take JT, I'm good with taking CMC or Amon-Ra.
I would have CMC over JT if we're going to go running back for sure.
Okay. I'm fine with that. Hopefully they pick Chase Henson. This doesn't get even more interesting.
Do you have a lot of McCaffrey? Like, do you draft, like, do you have high exposures on guys, or are you pretty smooth with your exposures?
Yeah, I have high exposures. I'm not huge on McCaffrey. I don't know. It just feels a lot like 2024 Kamara, being washed.
Trust, they figured out whatever was happening with that plant next door. They're going to get their injury concerns all dialed in. It's going to be fine over there. That's the narrative.
I hope so.
It's so bad. Speaking of injuries, though, with JT, like, are you concerned at all with Daniel Jones coming back off injury? Like, if we have A-Rich the first couple games of the year, like, that's probably not great for his target share.
Yeah, that could be bad. I'm regurgitating what Jakob said, but I remember he said, like, oh, the timeline to return to an Achilles is a lot faster than ACL. It's likely he plays week 1, but like the talent, like you might not come back to full strength immediately, which I think is fine for JT. If the receiving thesis is true.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think about that? The trio of wide receivers that goes after there? I feel like that's a contentious range for a lot of people, like Amon-Ra, CD, Jettas. Like, how would you rank those 3?
I would go Amon-Ra. What you said, Amon-Ra, CD, Jettas.
Okay.
I love. Well, I don't know if I love, but I like Drew Petzing as far as consolidating the target tree. I don't know if you've seen one of my graphs, but it's like pace versus consolidation. And Ben Johnson is fast, but not super consolidated. I didn't have John Morton data, because of a small sample size, but
well,
at least with the
Dan
Cardinals,
Campbell doesn't have to take over play calling responsibilities again this year. That would be nice.
Yeah, but like just on those Cardinals offenses, it's been so consolidated through Marv and BTJ, and I guess Michael Wilson towards the end. Speaking of Cardinals, we could take London is my highest ranked player here, I think. Or is it Bowers? I think Bowers it might be. But I'm good with either.
I mean, I love Bowers. I'm good with London too, though.
Okay.
Do you have Bowers over McBride straight up?
Yeah. I'm
good.
We'll get
I'm
to
good with London.
Okay. we'll get to some of my other tight end takes, but I like Amon-Ra. I just think he can catch 20 touchdowns and like break fantasy. Like that's like a whole part of my like strategy is ultimate upside is like how much you're used the red zone because non-red zone touchdowns are fluky, and like to get a 2021 Cooper Kupp or 2020 Devonta Adams season, you need strong red zone usage. So that's like St. Brown, London, and Rashee Rice are like the top three.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I definitely
they
have
can
them
just
ranked.
win. They can win in the red zone so many different ways. Like they're not always split out wide. Like they can jump into the middle in tight formations and cook down there as well. It is like I've never had him on any of my dynasty teams, and it's so frustrating. Like being a Laporta owner, or being a JMO owner, and it's just like every time they get to the red zone, it seems like it's going to Amon-Ra.
Yeah,
And
he's inevitable.
Demont being gone should help too. Like Demont would always take the two yards and end touchdowns as well.
Yeah, hopefully we get some like back shoulder stuff. I don't know, some like scam with Amon-Ra instead of. I mean, Gibbs is fine too. I have plenty of Gibbs, but
yeah. That's an interesting thesis, though, because I feel like a lot of people, when they talk about upside, will talk about like big plays, and people automatically think like Jameson Williams is a big play guy and he's a spike week guy. When really it's the guys who are dominating in the red zone, I think, that have the chance to score those 2-3 touchdown weeks that actually give you league winning upside.
Agreed. And yeah, I guess I'm thinking more long term. Like, how do you smash for an entire season? It's just just like scoring a bunch of red zone touchdowns. What are
your tight end takes though?
I have Loveland 22 overall. I don't know if that's like is pretty strong. I don't know if you see my chart, like that Loveland is actually more comparable to Rashee Rice and Amon-Ra than Burden is, just as far as like how they developed in terms of route share and whenever they played, how strong they were when they got a full route share.
And
then recently I just, with the on-off thing that I coded, there were 95 Caleb passes where Odunze, Loveland, and Burden were all in the field, and Loveland was like 31% target share and 42% yard share, which is like around 2025 JSN. So I'm just like all in on Loveland, and then I have like Burden and Odunze both ranked at like 60. If you just look at like games in which all three Lions played like full routes, it's like Amon-Ra at 19.2, and then Laporta and JMO at like 12.5 and 12.1 full PPR points, not DK. And I just think that's what's also going to happen, and Loveland's going to be a smash. I don't know if that's contrarian to Burden believers, but
all right. What do you think here? Yeah, are you?
I'm good with AJB. I'm good with Loveland. Either one.
Let's go Loveland.
All right, sweet. Brand player.
Let's do it.
I have like 15% only. I might need to get more, but
yeah, I mean, if your take is that strong, I also have Loveland on my dynasty team, and we're rebuilding. So like, I only have a couple of foundational pieces, and Loveland's one of them. So I'm definitely high on Loveland. I've gotten a lot of great offers for him. I got like Kraft and a 27-1 for him, and that was intriguing. But I feel like Loveland is like next up. Kelsey's aging out. And, you could say Bowers and McBride as well. I feel like McBride, no way he kind of repeats what he did last year. Although if Brissett throws to him 15 times a game, maybe. But I don't know.
Yeah, the Brissett scam.
Yeah, Loveland feels like tight end 2 to me pretty strong this year.
Yeah, I agree. Kraft in 27-1 is good, though. Aren't you like 27-1 maxing as well? You have like 9?
Yeah, I do have 9. I have 3 to go until I just have the entire infinity gauntlet for next year. It started as a bit, but then it's like once you get like 5, you're like, okay, well, I can kind of corner the market here and kind of control the entire like economy of picks next year, which is my hope. And obviously next year's class should be insane compared to this year's class. So hopefully they appreciate and value. At least that's a thesis, or else I spent the last 2 years twiddling my thumbs on Sundays for nothing.
Nah, I believe. I mean, Jeremiah Smith. I am a big Isaac Brown truther. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah, the running back?
Yeah, for Louisville. He just
yeah.
I know if he wasn't overrated.
No, I mean, I love the class. I'm a little like, I don't know. The quarterbacks last year scared me so much. Like everyone was talking about Drew Aller coming into here and Cade Klubnik and all that, and then they all fucking sucked. And I just don't think Arch looks so good, and Dante Moore should be good. Sain's a little undersized, but I think he's like solid. It would be nice if Lagway or like Lenore Sellers could actually take a step this year. That way we get a dual threat guy, but we'll see.
And then Sorsby too. I think he's like sneaky athletic.
Yeah. Or Mensa from Duke, but it's so hard with NIL too, just knowing who's actually going to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I am Zay or Waddle here, I think. Oh, Zay went, not DJ Moore. Yeah, I think I'm Waddle, but whatever you want, if you want to.
Yeah, I don't like anyone above him, so I'm good with Waddle.
All right.
I would say another one of my foundational pieces is Jameson Williams, so I'm just biased on him. I don't actually think he has a long-term target earning potential. Like, I don't think he's ever going to have a top 5 wide receiver season, but there's no one more fun to watch on Sundays. There's like, if you're down by 12 in your matchup, you're like, one play. That's all I'm looking for.
Yeah. I saw this like reel. This guy was talking. It was like a bit, but he was like, "Oh, it's Jamar Chase, Jameson Williams. If J-Mo was on like the Jaguars and had Mac Jones throwing to him, he'd go for 1,500 yards and 19 touchdowns. And whenever he gets the ball,
I think he's so talented. Like he is so good at football. I know, but he's just like a clown. Like he just can't. Even when he runs with the ball, like if he runs like a deep post or something and he gets it, I'm like, every step he takes feels like he's gonna tear his ACL.
Yeah.
And he like
J-Mo's
jumps
awesome.
over guys, then I'm like, bro, just go out of bounds. Like it's not that serious.
I have him on a dynasty team too. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a little bit like Waddle, you know? Like even when Waddle's balling out for you, you're like, when's he gonna hobble off to the sideline for the next quarter?
Yeah. And like Woody Marks, except Woody Marks sucks.
Man.
Could you imagine if DJ Giddens was drafted by the Texans? We traded up to get Woody Marks too. That is such a travesty. He is so bad.
He couldn't even beat out like in retirement home's Nick Chubb last year.
I know. Jawar Jordan.
Oh, see, I like Slowick, but like, man, Chubb. Every Chubb handoff was just, you're going to be 2nd and 8 the second you give him the ball. The second you call in the play, like, all right, guys, we're going to go, HB stretch to the left. You're like, all right, we're signing up for 2nd and 8 right here.
Yeah. Well, it's Bobby Slowick didn't call plays. It was Nick Caley, the former Rams pass game coordinator. He's
Why
like,
was
fine.
He not calling plays?
He got fired after the 2024 season.
Oh, I thought he was around last year. How was do you like yeah. Oh, damn. I thought he was around last year as well.
I think Kaylee's fine. I mean, the Xavier Hutchinson stuff's a little unserious. I don't know why they're reluctant to play rookies, but then they play terrible Woody Marks. But I like moving Nico around the formation, not having him be like a pure X. Like he just seems like an alpha to me. I don't know. I'm definitely the brand pick Parker Washington, but the Tay CLV is pretty good. Or falling Tay.
Yeah.
Or do you want to veto J-Mo?
I gotta think. I'm good with if it's not Adams, I'll probably push for J-Mo here.
All right, I'm good to veto J-Mo.
What happened? Oh.
All right.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go Adams. Yeah.
Nice. Good team.
Damn, that was a close one. Maybe J-Mo will fall back to us. You never know.
Maybe, yeah.
We don't really. I guess we have Bo Nix lined up as like a stack potentially, or then Stafford.
And I mean, CMC's pretty much a receiver, and then so we have Purdy and Caleb.
Yeah.
I don't like Caleb's price though, so I'm definitely in on taking Nix and Purdy.
Yeah, that's cool. What do you think about Tootin? That's another divisive player, I feel like, in a lot of people's ranks.
Yeah, you work for VTech, right? Or you went there?
Yeah, I was there his final season, so I feel like we were kind of on him before he got any sort of national spotlight. It was so funny when like ship chasing made him like their darling of draft season because I was like, buddy, do I have some stories from behind the scenes for y'all? Like I'm not gonna get fired for releasing anything, but yeah, I definitely know him or know of him. He wouldn't know of me, but we've interacted somewhat. So he's a cool
That's
dude,
sick.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a little too disambiguated. Like, I think the C Rod climb is justified. And considering like you don't have a lot of sample of him playing like high major comp, at least from like the filters I put on, he has like 34 career carries against high major comp. And in the NFL in his rookie year, he was basically Chris Rodriguez, right? They both had like a 58% success rate, didn't catch any passes, and had like 2 explosive runs.
Right.
I'm probably RJ Harvey. I know it's a little gross, but
yeah, it makes sense with the team though.
Yeah, we have the Waddle correlation, and then we need an RB2.
Yeah, I'm good with that. What do you think of Marv? Do you think, well, not even like this year, but like dynasty wise, like are we done? Like, is he done, or do you think he'll ever live up to half of his expectations coming in?
Live up to half, I think. Yeah. He definitely showed some flashes with Brissett, right? He dropped Deron Bland in the Cowboys game or something. He like broke his ankles and caught that touchdown. But I don't think he was probably a little overrated as a prospect, and he's like firmly behind McBride. But you know, the Michael Wilson stuff's overblown. I think he's clearly the 1B or at worst the 2. And you know, Brissett is obviously merchanting the fantasy points, just throwing in garbage time. So I think he's fine. I'm not in love with him though. I just don't think there's a lot of upside. And like, if they start Ty Simpson in the fantasy playoffs and he just like nukes your chances, that's like a little scary. Kind of the same deal for McBride.
Yeah, I wonder if the JSN stuff is going to affect a lot of these year 2 and year 3 wide receivers in the short term. If people are going to talk themselves into like, well, JSN kind of like took a huge step, you know, like could this happen with other young wide receivers that are disappointing? But anyone that watched him and Malik Neighbors' college tape and came away with the thesis that Marv was better than Neighbors as a prospect, like I honestly don't know how you came to that opinion. Neighbors was a god in college. Like when you just put the tape next to each other, it felt like Marv was on 0.5 speed, you know?
Yeah. Have you seen the Najee Harris clip where he like reverses around and then runs to the sideline? It's like, oh, even if you put it on 2 times speed, he looks like he's on 0.5 times speed. Yeah. Marv. Yeah. I don't know. I think he's overrated. I think he was still strong, and I don't think he's going to live up to the hype, but I think I have some hope for him.
I love Tucker Kraft. I don't know if we wanted to go 2 tight ends here, but that's another guy that I'm super high on this year. I know, I was talking a couple of days ago and, with BB Chosen, and he was saying like he doesn't think Kraft is going to consolidate targets because Wicks, like getting rid of Wicks, won't affect his target share because they run different kinds of routes. But I feel like the tree is just shortening and shortening. So, and Kraft was so good before he got hurt last year.
Yeah. I have 21% Tucker Kraft. I'm a big Kraft guy. I'm good with that for sure. Okay.
Damn.
I was going to say, if we're getting Lemon at 78, I'd probably smash that. Isn't Tyson randomly like cheap now? Oh no, he's gone. Never mind. I'm good with Kraft. I do not want Cortland Sutton.
Yeah, and we don't need a quarterback here.
Yeah, I'm good with Kraft. I found that like doing some of these double elite builds, like Drake May and Jalen Hurts being in the 7th round seems wrong to me, and that you're getting those guys in the 7th round, like doing like just 2 QBs there or something at the 6-7 turn and calling it a day seems good. I don't know if you like the new best ball meta you've seen, like
because quarterbacks are cheaper right this year than they have been in the past.
Yeah, well, like after Josh Allen, that next tier of QBs is cheaper than usual, but then the like Tyler Shuck is like pushed up. They're all going that concentrated window between like rounds 9 and like rounds 8 and 10. Like all the QBs go. Well, I guess they're all going in round 7, but
yeah, that's a big run right there. That's interesting.
If I'm getting Drake May like 2 picks before Dak, like I don't know, sign me up.
Yeah, or Dak over Hurts is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if this is correlation. Nope. That's interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't have that personally. I mean, Hurts sucks as a real life quarterback, no doubt. But he's obviously going to as long as the tush push is there, you can't really have him too low in your rankings. Damn,
yeah,
this is a big quarterback run.
I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy.
That's good though, because our stacks are a little bit later, so we don't need to push them up. It's almost like people all feel like at this range of the draft they're behind on quarterback, and it's kind of like groupthink.
Yeah, definitely got a zig.
Out of the 3 rookie wide receivers, who are you highest on? Out of Tyson, Lemon, and Tate?
I'm definitely Tyson at cost, but I'm Lemon wide receiver 1 in Dynasty. The worst draft capital for Tyson, and also the injury history. And then I'm like a Tate hater. I don't know if you saw my fantasy points per route run versus power competition. And he's just like in the Xavier Legette corner and like under like Ryan Thomas and Zay Flowers. It's like,
yeah, no, I'm Lemon too. I think Lemon pretty clearly won. And then I don't have a strong stance between Tyson or Tate. And again, obviously a lot of this will be team dependent, but I hope Lemon has a good landing spot.
Yeah, he's so cool, bro.
He is. He's sick. I know people are hating on him for his like combine interview, but I thought it was kind of cool. At least he has a personality. I need personality on my team.
That's right. I like the Jonah Coleman, like, oh, I'm worth $2 million. The bleak utilitarianism. Oh, I'm worth $2 million. Quarterbacks with 100. I need to fucking pass block. Oh, we need to pick. Fuck.
Purdy or Nick or push him.
Yeah, I'm good with just taking Purdy
Dobbins? Now. Yeah, okay.
Is that good?
I'll
use my veto if I have to. Okay.
No, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Purdy, QB2 before getting nuked by the Seahawks defense in week 18. And then he finished QB5 in points per game. Pretty sweet.
It is nice, like pre-draft, that we don't have to worry about the correlation in week 17. Like you don't have to come up with the mimetic devices yet to be like, oh, like how do I remember who the 49ers week 17 opponent is? That's when this shit just goes out the window. Because you think ADP will change a lot based on that, like as people are like stacking or reverse stacking and having bringbacks on their rosters. Will that change ADP a lot?
Probably, or yeah, it'll just like move them around. Like I know the Cardinals Bengals one got shifted a lot when you were at the beginning of the draft. Like T got pushed up a little bit, and then Burrow was getting reached for at the 4-5 turn, but then eventually he got all the way back down, and you were getting him at the 6-7 turn, which is kind of insane to do your like Bengals double or like the bring back with McBride. It was always in the 2-3 turn.
I think it was 2 years ago. It was Cowboys Lions, and like ARSB and CD were going at the 1-2 turn. And I feel like every single best ball draft I watched, people had that pairing. And I was like, guys, this can't be good at a certain point. Like if 40% of the field has the same pairing, like we have to be a little bit differential there. A little contrarian.
All right. Mr. Nix went. We can push Love up. Or I don't really like any of these other picks.
No, I kind of hate all of them.
Yeah, these are all terrible. I'm a big Kenneth Gainwell guy. We can unpack that after we pick the.
Come on.
I know. All these people autoing. Like, how hard is it to figure out a queue?
He'll go Goff if he autos quarterback, though. Hopefully.
Yeah. Lovely. Okay.
Nice. So you're big on Gainwell?
Yeah, I mean, last season he was really strong. Like as far as success rate goes, and then he was also really strong in the receiving game, and he wasn't that like not explosive. And Bucky was just horrible even before his injury. And I just think like the what do you win if you're right aspect of it, with Zach Robinson at least. Obviously, he's had studs like Bijan in London, in Atlanta, and then he was with McVay for the prime Kyron, and then Puka rookie season. So those offenses, maybe it's like chicken or the egg, but all of the Zach Robinson offenses have been hyper consolidated, and I am of the belief that will continue. And I think Kenneth Gainwell is a lot cheaper than he should be, given I think his odds are decent, given the amount of money he signed for, how bad Bucky was last year. Bucky was a 5th round pick, and the Bucky stats versus power competition aren't very good. If you reference by their chart.
Yeah, the Bucky stuff did feel like a little fluky his first year. He had a lot of big plays. I remember that. So yeah, I don't think he's like rock solid by any means. So I get that. And I feel like if I were going if Bucky got hurt again, then Gainwell would be a smash. So I like guys that are like an injury away.
Yeah, that's fair.
Worthy.
Yeah, hell no. I will use my veto on that.
No, I was just commenting.
Okay. I'm probably
All right, you're down. Yeah, I know you're downs for the bit. Yeah, go downs. I don't care about this.
That does set up Daniel Jones too.
Do you like Willis at all?
Yeah, he's my highest exposed quarterback. I have 31%.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna play the whole season, right? That's the only real concern I have.
I think so, but the what do you win if you're right? It's 2019 Lamar. He's in the top right corner of EPA per play and completion percentage over expected graphs, and he also rushes. His Packers tenure, fantasy points per dropback, is better than every quarterback in NFL history besides 2019 Lamar. So
LaFleur,
I don't
we
know.
didn't mention LaFleur. LaFleur is one of the best play callers as well. LaFleur's
That's true. He's the GOAT. Dontavian Wicks, that's going to be a 0 on the Eagles, and Dobbs is probably a jag. But I believe in Malik Willis, even if it's delusional.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with LaFleur is it's so hard to design one good offense in the NFL, and he just bounced back and forth between Love and Willis seamlessly. All right, 1 week we're gonna run the offense like this. If I were him, I would just switch out drives. If a team was handling
QBBC.
Yeah. You know what, Love? I don't like that overthrow right there. Here comes Malik off the end, and all the coaching people are like, "No, your quarterback needs confidence." Nah, bro, we're team mentality out here.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know we have 2 tight ends, and maybe not for rookie year, but man, Sadiq looks so good. As a prospect, I don't know I don't know what the advanced stats say on him, but the film says that bro can ball. He can ball.
Yeah. He's the GOAT athlete too, right? The 10 RAS.
Yeah. What could? It's not like we've ever drafted an athletic tight end before, asking what could possibly go wrong.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Noah Fant and OJ Howard are just all Hall of Famers. I'm I'm probably Coker, but structurally, Rashad Whiter, Chris Rodriguez makes sense.
I like C-Rod here personally.
I'm good at that. Yeah. Hopefully he gets there.
What do you think about Higgins? What do you think about your boy?
Oh, I mean, well, I know you said, Tank Dell coming back. I'm a little skeptical. That was a really bad injury. That was a brutal Christmas, bro. Losing to the Chiefs and the Tank Dell dies.
Bro.
But I like Jaden Higgins. I mean, I liked him as a prospect. I hate that he was behind Xavier Hutchinson and Dalton Schultz. That seems stupid. But I like both Higgins and Dell. I think they're priced appropriately. I don't know.
Yeah, I just think there has to be positive aggression for that offense, and it won't all be Nico. Although Nico's a stud. Nico's so good, true talent wise.
Yeah, I'm convinced 2023 Nico is the greatest breakout in NFL history. Even JSN, the last 10 weeks or whatever, he was really good in 2024. And Nico just went from nothing to 3 yards per route run, 1,400 yards, which is insane. Combo of Slowick and Stroud, and I don't know, him adjusting to the league. But it's just insane to me. And maybe I'm biased because I'm a Texans fan, obviously. But that just is crazy.
Yeah, no, totally. Who are so in your couple dynasty leagues, do you have someone that you're high on position? If you were doing a dynasty startup tomorrow, who would you be way higher on than consensus?
I mean, I'm trying to think. I'm really high on Achan. I mean, I don't know if that's like what he's still got. What does he go like the 2-3 turn or the mid second in startups?
Yeah,
I don't know if he's quite at the Bijan Gibbs tier, but like he's the all time leader in yards per carry, and 2023 Achan is like the best RB season of all time in my opinion.
it'll be interesting to see how he does without McDaniel this year.
Yeah, the receptions, that's a little scary, but I just can't full fade a player no matter how bad the situation is if they're like, you know, the all-time leader in yards per carry. Like I just think 700 top 100 picks. Like what if this is the 2024 Commanders and Achan just like averages 26 points per game and buries everyone? Like I just think that's just like in the range of outcomes, and I can't like full fade a player that talented. I don't know. Maybe it's all McDaniel, but
yeah. If Coker's here, we kind of have to go Coker, I feel like.
Yeah, that is sick value.
Yeah. All right, what's our team looking like so far? So we have
2-3-5-2, McCaffrey, Harvey,
yeah,
C-Rod, and then London, Waddle, Tay, Downs, Coker. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, pretty balanced. We can probably focus on running back a little bit here in the next couple picks, get some sort of depth there.
Yeah.
I'm not like super high on Harvey. Like I know like obviously for the team it made a lot of sense, but I don't know. I didn't see a lot in year one personally.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like I don't know what I'm calling it, like a Socratic edge. Like Socrates, like he would say like, you know, oh, the wisest men know the edges of their know what they do not know or whatever. And you know, I just think this is a player that's in an amazing situation, and he showed a lot of ability receiving the ball, and maybe is just always going to suck at rushing. But like, if it's like Blake Corum or something, and he just like figures it out and he just like breaks fantasy, I just want to have some exposure to that, because like, I think if he has like a Blake Corum type thing, he could break fantasy.
Yeah, he's definitely not a guy I would have zero of. You mentioned the Commanders a little, and Rachaad White was there. That was a consideration for me. What do you think about the Commanders this year and their running back room in particular?
Yeah, I'm a Rachaad White guy. I mean, like, how different? Yeah. I mean, like, Bill is fun and stuff, but how different is Rachaad White from Cam Scadaboo? Like, our short yardage success rate and receiving, like, you're consolidating all the high value touches, and you go and pick like 140. That seems pretty good to me. I had like 40% pre-free agency. So I got a lot of good CLV there. So I'm just kind of like taking a hiatus until after the draft, because I would like to not get nuked by Jeremiah Love.
Right.
But I like Rachaad White as long as there's no Jeremiah Love.
Yeah, if Coker wasn't there, that would have been a smash pick. I would have vetoed for him right there, probably in this range of the draft.
Yeah, both such good picks. I really like Coker too. It would be a difficult decision.
All right. Wow. No running backs.
Yeah, that sucks. We could push up Keaton Mitchell. I'm a big Keaton Mitchell guy.
Oh, yeah, best player in the NFL, some would say.
Yeah, I want rare time. I agree with Davis. Yeah, he's just elite. And like, I was coming up with like a dank Omarion Hampton stat. It's just like by EPA per rush allowed. The 2025 Giants are the worst defense in 20 years, and the 2025 Cowboys are the 12th worst. And his advanced rushing numbers like look identical to Trent Richardson if you remove those two games. So I was just going to do like round one rookie running backs when not playing bottom 12 defenses of the last 20 years. And it's like Melvin Gordon and I'm good with Cooper unless you want to just secure.
I think Mitchell. Cooper is the higher upside play, and we can get Keaton on the way back, hopefully.
Yeah. And yeah, so I'm a kind of a Hampton hater. I have him like I won't get him in the way if I have my rankings. But that's a little scary to have zero of the, McDaniel.
Well, so I was going to ask, are there guys that you have zero, like you're zeroing on completely?
Yeah, I just think if I have an edge, I should maximize the edge. So, kind of like your Bowers thesis. If you think at some point in his career he's going to be tight end one by orders of magnitude, then you just need to have 100% of him every year. I mean, obviously I'm not that crazy. But yeah, like I have like 3% JSN, my truth serum thing. I don't have a lot of McCaffrey either.
Yeah,
I think he's kind of
that's
washed.
good. I'm glad I could get you a little bit of exposure. But yeah, to anyone, we were kind of talking about it a little bit in the Tout House group chat, but I do think there's somewhat, and obviously I'm not a best ball bro, so like obviously what do I know? But I do think if you extend your window of focus to the next decade or the next 5 years instead of the next year, my thesis was just like if you believe that Bowers or any player outside of round one, I guess in round two particularly, is going to have like a league winning season, then year in and year out being like 80% exposed to them, that 1 year that it actually hits, your chances of winning are going to absolutely skyrocket relative to the field than if you play against the field every year instead of like maximizing for one single year in the next 5 years. So I thought that was at least an interesting thought experiment, but I don't know if you had any expanded thoughts on that.
Yes, I agree. Sorry, my computer is low on battery. Give me a second.
You're all good.
All right. Oh no, Keaton Mitchell.
I know
sucks.
he went.
I don't mind Jonah Coleman. I definitely do not want Emmanuel Wilson though.
Yeah, we need him running back. I don't want Wilson. Yeah, I don't want Pacheco.
I think Jonah Coleman is like sufficiently cheap. Like if he's a Viking, that seems like pretty good.
Yeah, let's just bet on landing spot. That's why I feel like when we're at this round of rookies, we're just betting on a week from now.
Yeah, I had like 50% Omar Cooper pre like all the steam, like when he was at like pick 190. Okay. So now I'm like, oh, do I keep taking him now that he's more expensive? But I don't really think he's like as good as Tyson or Lemon or whatever. But I just thought he was so cheap and like he's a high ceiling player, like the missed tackles for stuff. But I had the 107. I like traded out of it too. I just think these profiles aren't worth the rookie picks.
Yeah, I think I don't know what you think about the rookie draft this year. I feel like it's like a 5-person, maybe 6-person draft. Like the 3 wide receivers, Sadiq, Mendoza, and then obviously you have Love at the 101. So I think 107 is probably the worst pick you can have in rookie drafts this year because I don't know what you think of Concepcion or whatever, but I think there's a massive tier break after the top 6.
Yeah, I'm not the hugest Sadiq guy, but in one league, it's a 1.5 tight end premium, so like 2.5 PPR. And I have the 102, 106, and 107. So I feel like it's a tier of 7 then, because Stowers and Sadiq just like
hopefully none of your league mates are watching. But what do you think about at 102?
I'm probably Lemon, but I don't know. It's a co-managed league too. And he like randomly.
Man, you got it. Yeah, you're right. You got Galf on your own. You gotta stop pairing yourself with other people who are gonna have to make decisions with you.
Yeah.
Is your co-manager good?
He's fine. I mean, I don't know. He's just like a buddy I used to play poker with.
Okay.
He's like into fantasy and stuff. Like he's in a few dynasty leagues, but not as much. He doesn't look at all the like dumb spreadsheet stuff. But
are you big into poker?
I played a good amount. I mean, I'm no Rickadoozle playing 510 at the private games, but I would play like $100 buy-in, just like 25-50 cents with some buddies a couple times a week, but most of them graduated. So I haven't played much. I think I played once.
How much poker theory have you studied? Like, do you understand ranges and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like studying charts and like balancing frequencies and stuff, but like I can calculate odds and like probabilities, and I understand ranges. But I would say I'm like very a very recreational player.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of think poker is a little bit more fun when you're not like completely in tune with it. Like there are a lot of things in life that I think is better to be somewhat of a casual at than knowing everything, because it's more fun that way. Whereas if you actually understand the ranges, you're just like a supercomputer sitting at the table, and it's not even like gambling anymore.
Yeah, agreed. I'm good with Tank Dell.
I like Judy, but I don't know what you think of Judy.
I'm good with that. I don't really have strong feelings. I mean, he was a smash, and then I don't know what happened last year. He was just like ass, but
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the Shador effect a little bit. Yeah, I'm good with Tank. They're one of my dynasty guys.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know if
Yeah,
there's
I have
anyone
no
else to
strong feelings
consider.
here.
Yeah,
I mean, we have the Tua London correlation, but we might be able to push.
we're
I don't
not
know if
touching.
anyone else has any.
No,
Okay.
no. We're going no. I think
Um,
there's a low probability that Tua is starting by the end of the year.
yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know if
really.
that's a hot. But if the Falcons like sputter out of the gate, why would if you're like running a team, you know what Tua is. Wouldn't you at least want to give Penix another chance to prove himself before you completely give up on him?
Agreed.
And they're the same
All right.
quarterback, so it's not like there's like a lot of you wouldn't have to change up your offense too much if you were to sub one of them in. So I think because there's less like I don't know, restriction or friction in changing them out, I think that increases the odds that they would make a change. But
I
I
agree with
feel like we
that.
do probably need a third quarterback on this team.
You want to get some slapping it up? Some last round Cole Payton.
I don't even know who Cole Payton is.
Okay, well, Cole Payton is basically like Trey Lance, but even better. So he started 1 year at North Dakota State. He averaged 12 yards per attempt, and he had 850 rushing yards. He is projected like fifth.
He's a lefty.
Yes, he's projected 5th-round pick. However, I see stuff on Twitter like, oh, some scouts have high 2nd-round grade on Cole Payton, and we've seen crazier things happen. So I'm like, Ty Simpson sucks. Like all these late round QBs suck. Like maybe I'm redraft brain, but I want, what do you win if you're right? I want to be able to. I want high upside players, and that seems like a really high upside player.
Bro, he's jacked. I'm liking
know.
what I'm seeing. Yeah,
yeah, he's a Chad.
he is. He's a total Chad. Oh, that's funny.
So yeah, I've taken him like twice, kind of as a meme, but
What's
yeah,
Kareem's whole thing though? Like you don't want to take zeros in best ball. Like the worst thing you can do is take zeros.
Yeah, fuck that. It's 20 rounds. You can take some zeros. I'll not take zeros in 18 round drafts.
Yeah.
We need to make an actual pick. Okay, you don't want to.
I mean,
I like Tank Bigsby.
Well, yeah. I'm good with Tank. Just hope for a Saquon injury. I mean, we don't root for injuries here, but for the sake of making a little cheddar, not the worst thing in the world.
I mean, what
if a lefty Will Levis, like that's what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, bro, he just slings it.
What a dog!
It's like, you get all the Bryce Lance highlights and all the Cole Payton highlights, 2 for 1.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, honestly, yeah. At this point of the draft, though, it should just be drafting for upside, obviously.
Yeah, I have so much Bryce Lance too. Let me see. I have 28% Bryce Lance. He's mock draft database 62. He has a 10 RAS and he has good analytics. I just like, why is he not like pick 150? It just seems like such an auto click to me.
Do you think we need a third tight end? Probably. At some point.
I'm good with like Greg Dulcich, but I'm also good with stopping. I think they're both elite.
Yeah, I'm good with 2. That's probably our biggest edge in the draft, anyways. So we shouldn't give up later value to even that out.
Draft like you're right.
So many people don't do that. It's like I feel like every pick you make should correlate to the one ahead of it. Like you need to bet, all right, I'm right here, which means that the next pick, I have to assume I'm right on the first pick. And I feel like people don't do that, which is kind of crazy.
Agreed. Do you want to be done at wide receiver? We're like pretty strong.
Yeah, we have 3 elite guys. Yeah. And I think Cooper later in the season and Dell, as he gets healthier, like could pick up some steam later in the season. And we kind of got the guys to take us through the first few weeks.
Yeah, Tay will get us through.
Downs is tough, bro. Last year was supposed to be the Downs breaking. And then nothing happened.
It sucks. I mean, Tyler Warren just like mogged him.
I don't know what you think of Tyler Warren. In Dynasty, I'm not like super high on him. Like I think Loveland is multiple tiers above him.
Oh yeah, agreed. I would need I think I would need more than a base one, to quote Jacob.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I think he's a little overrated, but he's fine. Like I just like playing it more through JT and Downs, the Colts passing game. But
So are you a subscriber to Thinking About Thinking, I'm guessing?
oh no, I'm broke.
Wow.
I am
Wow.
obviously I just consume Jacob's content. I think he's the GOAT, but
Think of all the think of all the equity you're giving up. It's not a purchase, it's an investment, you know?
it is an invest. I agree. I don't know. I just felt that okay.
For the
Holy shit, all these suck. We could go Rodgers if you want a third quarterback. It's a little sus.
Yeah, I would who are the other quarterbacks? Anyone? I mean, we passed on Tua. Penix is no, I wouldn't pick Penix here though.
So Rodgers or I like Troy Franklin. I don't know if that's like
I
the
like
JSN
Horton
thesis.
a little bit. I like Horton.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. I do draft some Horton. That the Commanders game was so electric.
It's
I don't even
so
remember
electric.
that. Yeah, 2 touchdowns. Darnold was like perfect passer rating or something in the first half. They just fried them. Oh,
Yeah, I'm
good.
from, obviously I went to VT, like I'm from the northern Virginia area, so like half my friends are Commanders fans, and they did a big outing to that game. And so there was like 7 of them there, and they all left at halftime. I was like, and I'm pretty sure it's like cold outside, like it was just not ideal.
Oh
Not
yeah,
enough.
time to drink a lot.
Are you from Texas originally? Like, how are you a Texans fan?
Yeah. I was born in Houston. My mom
Okay.
actually wrote in for them to be the name to Houston Traffic. But yeah, she worked at the Baylor College of Medicine. But now I live in the Northeast. She works at Williams College. And then I go to school at Colby, which is in the same conference, just like small
Yeah.
liberal arts schools.
Houston Traffic would have been fire. That's a good name.
I know, and you can do the red, yellow, and green color scheme. Like that's really unique.
Yeah,
like a
bro.
traffic light.
Yeah. Much better than the Texans. I mean, I don't want to talk shit on your team, but like, oh, you're talking about your state. Like, you guys don't even own your state. The Cowboys are Texas's team.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but I have a lot of qualms with what the Texans do, but it's fine. Yeah, just please do not draft Woody Marks again. Like, I swear to God, if they draft Emmett Johnson, holy, oh my God. Okay.
Justin Fields good. I mean, if Rodgers is still there, like he's probably by far the best quarterback left.
All right, sure.
Ty Simpson, what do you think? Like, you think he goes to the Steelers?
Yeah, or maybe like the Cardinals at 33, or do they have a early second? Maybe he doesn't make it out of the first round. The Dan Orlovsky and what was he saying about him? Like, oh, he's better than Mendoza. So maybe he's like,
I can't watch any of those shows, man. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
ESPN used to be so elite too. Like back when Skip and Stephen A were first starting out. Like, it's funny because for like a couple years they were so elite, and then they ruined sports media by what they did. So it's like in the short term it was so beautiful, and it just ruined everything.
All right, we probably need some late round running back clicks.
Yeah.
What guys do you like? I like. I was Jaden Blue slappy, but I probably can't get there 2 years in a row. I like Isaiah Davis a lot. I don't know if you do.
Yeah, I'm good with Isaiah Davis.
Just like pretty strong in his limited touches.
He's gonna hit. He's gonna hit when we're typing him in.
Yeah. Oh wait, is Eli Heidenreich on DraftKings? No. Oh, we already have. We don't need Bryce Lance. We already have 8 receivers.
Man, it's rough down here.
Yeah,
Jesus
these are all
Christ.
terrible. I like Isaac Rendo too, but if the coach speak is like actually true, maybe that's a bad pick. And
yeah,
I like Kenny McIntosh
Caleb Johnson, man. Caleb Johnson, man. What a player. He went what? Like I think he went 108 in our rookie draft last year. I feel like he was more of a 1-2 turn rookie draft guy, but
yeah, brutal.
Just setting that pick on fire.
Yeah. I like LeQuint too, but we already have C-Rod, so maybe chill on that. Yeah, probably Isaiah. how do you feel about Kenny McIntosh? I know that's like a deep pull, and he's probably like out of the league. But I've heard some
Talk to
coaches
me
like,
about him. Talk to me about him.
He'll get a chance. There's the profiles, like not that much different than Bucky. They're both slow. They're both high success rate guys. They're both good receivers. I just think there's absolute bums in the Seattle, like George Filani, terrible. Emmanuel Wilson, terrible. And Charbonnet's going to be out like quite a while.
Right.
So, and he only has 30 carries in the NFL, but they were really good, like career average 5.5 yards per carry. I don't know. And he's coming off an ACL, so maybe he's just like cooked. But I just think he has like a reasonable path.
What do you win when you win with him?
He's like, is he not like a? He's like a consolidates volume, does the receiving, does the goal line. I don't know, on a good offense. Like if he's
Jalen Lane,
the starter.
there's Jalen Lane, an VT legend right there.
Oh, Jalen Lane. He was like, he had a really good combine, right?
He was good at, I think he had a couple of returns last year for touchdowns. He was like their kick return, punt return specialist. But we freaked out every time he did anything. Yeah.
Who else is in the league from VT?
We got a couple guys. We got like Tyrod Taylor, or I don't know.
Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, he's barely hanging on. We obviously haven't had a lot of success recently, but hashtag neutral to positive. Neutral to positive. That's what we always say. We had a good run. We had like Cam Chancellor, like that was our big one post Vic. Those are the two, like Vic and then Cam Chancellor. Like if you ever walk around VT's football facilities, like those are the big guys.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
And
all right,
and 2 in one day.
Time to veto Kenny McIntosh.
Let's do it.
1303.
All right, so what would you say about the team? I feel like it's a perfectly cromulent team. I feel like I would give it I would give this a pretty good grade.
I think it's a strong
maybe
team.
Running back we're light on, but that's about running back we're a little light on, but tight end we're gonna frame mog them, and then wide receiver I like our room a lot.
Yeah, I mean we got 2 starters the last 2 picks. You know, once Brees gets traded, Braylon Allen's not a real guy. And then
Kenny thank God it's best ball because we're gonna have too many starting running backs to choose from on a weekly basis.
I wish I could sell all these starting running backs, but
yeah, no, that was good. I'm trying to look at some of the other teams. Like
wait, I can scroll down.
Man,
Puka McBride Pickens is sick.
Team 8 went real running back heavy early.
Oh wow, yeah, that's like
Team 2 is fire.
Oh yeah, Chase Bowers Higgins. At least they made their team worse by picking Burden.
Yeah.
no,
you're
offense.
Not a
that's
guy?
actually no.
Yeah, you're in the 60s on him. Yeah, that's anti-slap. Everyone else is so high on him. I feel like he's like a little bit of like a Ben Johnson merchant, but I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I was just saying like when Burden, Loveland, and Odunze are on the field, it's like Burden has a 16% target share, and Loveland is at 31. And I also made a chart of like Burden comps. It's like 30 to 60% route share and 0.4 or more fantasy points per route run, which is like around 2 yards per route run. But I just got more comps. And it was like Christian Watson, Mohamed Sanu, Aurelius Ben, Percy Harvin, Sidney Rice, Ruben Randall, Kadarius Toney, Wandale.
Well, Ruben Randall used to be a dog on the Giants. Let's not slander Ruben Randall right now. Bro, those Giants teams were so sick with Hakeem Nicks and all them. Man, Ruben Randall, what a throwback. Yeah, but probably not the bull one.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, comparing him to Puka and AJ Brown and Justin Jefferson is probably incorrect. So yeah, just for those reasons, and like the Lions thing. Oh, what did I do? The Lions thing, like JMO and Laporta are like flex plays when Amon-Ra is playing.
Right.
Or like when all 3 of them are playing. I just think that's the same case. So yeah, I'm not a big Burden guy.
Cool.
I think he's overpriced. I think he's a good player.
Thanks for hopping on though. I hope we didn't keep your students waiting too long. I hope you go impart some wisdom on the youth of America as a TA. So yeah.
Oh, it's fine. I've had one person come in 6 weeks, just AI.
Yeah, right. Actually, that's a good point. That's probably you guys are getting your market is getting taken away from you.
Yeah, I
at
don't know
least you
how
get
much longer they're going to have
You're
TAs.
doing it for the resume. So,
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Thanks a
I'll catch you,
lot.
dog. Yeah, of course.